Alright, today we are working on ICP unit. This is a Heil 2005. See by the serial number. Just wanted to show how something as simple as a drain line cleaning can affect so much on a unit. This is a package unit, but you can see how corroded everything is. And the power's turned off, by the way. But you can see how ate up all the connections are. Very rusty. If you look down here, you see all this is just completely rotted. And this is like I said, a 2005 unit. But the cause for all that, you can see all the water, or might be able to see all the water on the pad. It's basically leaking through screw holes, and I popped another couple holes in the bottom because it was pretty full. So I was trying to get some of that water out of there, but you got your trap, which is on there. And if you look, there's our drain hole. Look at that. All that gunk. All that dirt and debris. It's filling up this pan with water and overflowing instead of going out the drain where it should be, and causing all this nastiness. This insulation is completely ate up. So obviously we're going to clean it out a little bit better than this, but just to quickly show you, there's our drain hole. So just something very, very simple. Cleaning a drain can make a world of difference on a unit, because basically what it's going to do is all that water piles up inside of the unit. So all the money you're spending to essentially get moisture out of your house, dehumidify, is collecting in the unit, evaporating and going right back into the airstream. Not to mention all the nasty stuff that likes to grow in these units when you add water. So we will fix that up, flush that out, and try to clean things up as much as possible. So you got that drain pan clean on the other side of the unit. Just trying to get the rest of this water out of here as best I can, so this thing can dry out. The faster it dries out, the better, because you can smell it. It has like that damp, mildewy smell, which I'm sure is blowing throughout the house, but once it dries out, it should be a heck of a lot better. So just about got all the water out of there. I don't know how well you can see it, but that insulation is pretty much shot in there. So we'll speak to them and see what they'd like to do. Like I said, once it dries out, it'll be dramatically different. You can see there's still water there, but drain pan's clean. There's also a little slit. I don't know how well you can see it down there. And that was completely blocked, which is connecting the main pan right there to the, I guess you call it the little reservoir right there before it exits the unit. That was all clogged up too, so we pulled all that mess out. Now she drains really well. So now it's just a matter of getting the rest of this water out of here and giving this sucker a week or two to dry out completely and see where we stand from there. Just arrived on a no cooling call. I'm working on a FK4 DNF005 air handler, which is Bryant, and I have the thermostat and air conditioning. Condenser unit's not running. Just typically you'd be able to feel refrigerant moving, even if it was low or anything like that. You'd be able to feel it through the pipes. But definitely, I've already been outside by the way, so definitely the condenser's not running. Went down here to check. I saw the trap was dry. Has a float switch, the easy trap, and sometimes, I'm going to get to where you can see, sometimes the little float, you can see it'll be lifted up, but that's not the case on this one. But when I went to grab this switch and move it, condenser came on. I don't know if you can hear that, but this bottom wire, I don't think it's touching anything. So, gently pull this off, and what do you know? So every time I was touching it, it was making the unit go on and off when I went to grab that switch. So, and now, I don't know if you can hear, but now we have refrigerant flowing through our lines. That suction line starting to get cool. So more than likely what happened is this wire falls down and the filter door is here. More than likely what happened is when somebody was changing the filter, they tugged on this wire here, pulled that wire back, pulled the wire out, and the last time it was serviced, I believe, was in the fall, and this building isn't used very often. So likely what happened is it pulled the wire off and hasn't needed to run until they were working up here today, and to find out that the air condition didn't work. So we'll double check outside, just briefly check the pressures, check the temperature drop, make sure that's all in good shape. But this is going to be a very simple fix, and what more than likely what I'm going to do is I've got some zip ties in my bag right here. I'm going to zip tie this up and out of the way so nobody can pull on those wires accidentally and create a service call again. So very simple fix. We've got our easy trap wires secured up on the suction line, and so now you can access the filter door down here without any obstructions, without any wires in the way. So hopefully we'll prevent that from happening again. And I also made sure those spade connections were nice and tight, which they were. So it wasn't a matter of just a loose spade that got bumped slightly. It just got pulled off somehow. So whether it was a loose connection or not, all the connections are tight, wires are secure, condenser is running, and all that's left is just verify some pressures, make sure temperature drop is good, and we are out of here. We're at the condenser unit. This is going to be real quick because it's about to storm again, but it's a R22 system. This gauge just does both. Very simple to quickly check pressures without lugging the gauges over here, but running about a 70 suction. Got a good temperature drop inside, 19 degrees, about 76 in there, so we should be just fine. Well, we're going to go ahead and pack this thing up, and if you wanted to know what unit this is, I have no idea because the data tag's gone. So, alright guys, it's starting to rain. Thanks for watching.